What is going on, everybody? 2Bob29 back in the lounge yet again. Make sure to kick back, relax, and grab some snacks, 'cause it's time for another Prize Wall Eval. That's right. It is the Ring of the Brave weekend, and we have a couple of prize walls. The premium, obviously very self-explanatory, but we'll still go over it, and the regular prize wall. So, the premium, as you can tell, if you got the numero uno character early, you will have gotten some of the premium prize wall medallions. There's obviously the Visceral Visage, the Nearing End, and some 6 gold token chests. Looks like these are 20 apiece now. I think they were 10, maybe they were 20, and I'm just drawing a blank. But hey, if you manage to get yourself even one medallion, those 20 gold tokens are nice. Tokens are something that a lot of people are stressing over, but solid pickup. Obviously, if you don't have a Visage, take a Visage for Viscera, obviously. Huge damage increase when you make the heal gem. The Nearing End's really solid. The mobile gems for all gem damage and by 350% is a huge amount. Fantastic for the Wolfman Ozzy that you had another chance at getting this weekend if you didn't already have them. And like I said, 26-star gold tokens, not bad at all. Now, for the main event, for the weekend prize wall, the Ring of the Brave. So, I myself made sure to do what I needed to do to get 33 prize wall medallions. And what did I have to do, you might ask? Well, I feuded a little bit more than what I typically do. And I walked away with another like 200,000, maybe 300,000-ish points. I hit up the ruby market for, I don't know, maybe like 300 or 400 rubies, give or take, something in that neighborhood. And picked up some extra solo points from those milestones so that I can get enough solo points to get to the 8.1 million marker. And that, along with maxing out the feud battleground contest, or the feud contest, whatever it's called nowadays, with all the CSS, it gave me enough prize wall medallions. I think I have 36 instead of 35 because my Sunday Blitzes paid out like 1 medallion or something like that. So I'm at a weird number. But you all know me. I'm going to always try to find a way to get the new moment if it's available and not at a crazy price tag, and thankfully this one did not seem like it was a crazy price tag. If you did have numero uno within the first 24 hours, you obviously got this token, which is why it mentions that it's also available in the numero uno tour. But that's going to be my prize wall. I'm not even going to bother stressing over it and saving what I'm going to possibly do later on. I'm just going to buy it right now. I think it's a fantastic moment. It helps Hall of Fame Macho, I think, in doubling his strength. It's going to help the new Hall of Fame Lex that we all get for free this month, tremendously so, with gem damage and health. And it's going to be a huge pick-me-up for, believe it or not, both the revamp characters that we got in Powerhouse Lex and Showboat Yokozuna. They both get a 400% bonus to their respective gem of choice, whether it is Botch or Protect. So, nice little pick-me-up there for all of them, and it's obviously a universal moment. So, huge win. That's where my medallions are going to go, obviously. That being said, moving onward. El Grande, 150% gem damage strap. This is just a modern tech strap that, has his requirement on it. That's all it is. You can only use him. So, if you already have a modern tech strap with a solid gem damage amount, there's no need to waste as much prize wall on getting one specifically for Grande. Luger, not too shabby. 7 for 150% for a Hall of Fame Showboat. Hall of Fame straps, not typically very common, so not a horrible shout. And for only 7, pretty solid pick-me-up. If there's a way to get his silver gear later on this month, as well as his gear, the gold one, on the Armory Loot prize wall, you'll see that he's actually not that bad. I know a lot of people are not the biggest fan of his right now, but he's good. I think he's damn good. The 150% gem damage strap, these are fine. You have to roll the class and the era. I don't think that they're really worth 20 medallions. Affiliation straps, these are the ones that can roll IOW down here and can be a 2 or a 4-piece. So if you're, feeling frisky and like you're rolling the dice and there's nothing else to go for, then sure, by all means. And of course, because Grande was the weekend character, there is a Grande affiliation strap for modern tech. So Not a bad one if you feel like you're missing out on it. Ultimate Warrior, the Warrior, 6-star silver, 7 medallions. It's okay. It's got to be one of the weakest entourages that I've seen in a long time. I guess this would be helpful if you're going up against somebody like Jackie, like Miss Jacqueline or something. But, I mean, look, if you're looking for a fuse-up, 7 medallions, not a bad price, right? All that being said, now we're on to the creme de la creme of the wall now. So a lot of these characters here, pretty rare. Chosen One Drew, not the easiest. Voice of the Voiceless Punk, not the easiest. Yeet Jey Uso. Kamala. All of these are pretty, difficult to come by. And if you played last month and for some reason didn't recruit Michelle McCool, 350 is probably enough to get you there. This is a crazy wall to me. All these characters are fantastic. Drew is way up there in terms of best PG, whether it's him or Punk, or possibly, easily best Drew, but possibly your best showboat, depending on what your showboats are and what you're looking at. Punk could very easily be your best acro, since a lot of people argue that he's the best acro in the game. Jey Uso Yeet, provided you have the gear, could very easily be your best striker. Kamala could definitely be your best trickster. So a lot of these characters are wow level, right? Like, these are your top of the top here. Again, huge shout out to Michelle McCool, definitely the best ruthless aggression female in the game, and definitely a top, easily top 5, if not arguably top 3 female showboat in the game. So huge win there. And then it doesn't really stop, to be honest. Vader Time, the last character that was released before 6-star gold, still awesome. So nice amount of shards for low amount of medallions. That's the other thing. All these shards, the lowest one here that I've seen is Kamala for 150. These are huge shard amounts, right? Like 275 is crazy. 325 is crazy. 350, insane. 280 Viscera shards. If you didn't get the deal for him on his induction weekend, that's a huge amount of shards for him too. I know Rex is a 5K recruit, but 265 for Rex too. People that are complaining about not having last time is now Cena. Like, you can get 500 plus shards of a 3,000 shard recruit of last time is now Cena, who is just such an amazing trickster in the game for Showdown, for Feud, just in general. Like, you can pick him up relatively easy right now. Umaga, I mean, he's not the go-to that he once used to be. He's still strong as hell, but he's a little bit slower than what a lot of people like, so I get that. Liv Morgan Revenge Tour, for some reason, this is limit 5. This is limit 5. You could pick up over 1,000 shards of Liv. And again, right, like the prices on these 11, 9, 8, 7, 7, 6, like, this is insane. To me, they're essentially giving these characters out, right? If you haven't recruited one, you should be able to pick one up. And if you can't, then you should look at what you did this weekend and what else you should be trying to do this weekend. Because this is about as gimme gets. This is insane to me. This is crazy to me. S+ tier characters, 350 shards for 6. Like, are we joking right here? That's 1,700 plus shards. You're getting a third of this character if you had 30 Prize Wall medallions. Now, don't get me wrong, right? I love the moment, and I'm going to use the moment, and I'm going to want the moment, and take as good advantage of it as I can and all those wonderful things. But if I was missing these characters, I would really have to second guess and possibly ask my faction for what their input would be, right? Like, am I missing these things? Do I possibly have no really good female strikers? Do I really need another, or do I need someone, rather, not another, but maybe my first modern powerhouse that I feel comfortable using? Like, a lot of great characters here. And then there's Bundy, which, whatever. And it doesn't stop, right? Big Boss Man. You got 1,000 shards of Boss Man here. Sami Zayn the Champ is really just a CSS, not fantastic. Bam Bam is great for, 3 medallions, right? Dirty Dom for 2 medallions. CM Punk. Plenty of people don't even have a CM Punk in the game. Here's CM Punk, 150 shards for limit medallions of 2. Limit 5, 750 medallions, or 750 shards for 10 medallions. It's crazy. Sheamus, whatever. It's a fill-in. Cool. Thomas Chest, solid, not even remotely close to worth the 30. They've been available elsewhere. Nightmare Insignia, great plate, not even close to worth the 14. Bulldogs Bracers, to me, they should be paying us Prize Wall medallions to take this thing. It's just, they're not worth it. There's a 7 pull for 7 coins. That's okay if it's going to put you over another milestone and you can earn the Prize Wall medallions back. Sure, go for it. Otherwise, I don't see a need. And then the 7 and 7s, right? 7 golds and 7 silvers for 5 medallions. Those are not bad if you're short on tokens. If I had 5 medallions, I would go ahead and look at what I was missing, possibly pick one of those up. But right now, I'm going to look at my tech star frags. Very content. So I'm going to go with the resource bundle for the cleanup crew there. Tokens, TP coins, all that good stuff will always get used on the account. And to clean up 1,000 technician star frags. Again, it is tech because it is Americano weekend. So, I mean, honestly, the wall is great, in my opinion. I love the moment token. We'll gladly be using that. I think the Grande Americano strap for only 20 is solid as a win. I think this is insane that you can get 150 for a guaranteed character that's going to be very good even after the month is over for only 7 medallions is wild. And if you manage to get any excess medallions, if you feuded, if you decided to go after Ozzy this weekend and you spent on the portal and you got some extra solo points, if you went through the Ruby market, you can get yourself some Prize Wall medallions and walk away with some really good shards. The skill plates to me are a complete wash this weekend. When you're talking about having this type of wall, so like a Bulldogs Bracers is 5. Or you can, instead of getting a Bulldogs Bracers, if you have double that, pick up 275 Cena shards. And if you don't, you can still pick up 200 Bossman shards or Champ Sammy shards. Or you can pick up 300 Punk shards. Like, this is insane to me as to why these things are rated what they're at. 14 for a Nightmare Insignia or 14 for 280 Viscera shards. You probably already have a Nightmare Insignia on your account, and if you don't, you're probably going to get one the next time you do Talent Up or play Feud. Like, you're not guaranteed to get almost 300 shards of an ultra premium character. So, long story short, to me, this was a fantastic prize wall for a lot of folks. If I didn't need if the moment wasn't on here and what I would possibly do besides this, yeah, I'd probably take this 150 strap for Lex because it's only 7. I might look into getting some of these affiliation straps for 10. Obviously, I'm not worried about the shards right now. I would not take any of these skill plates. The tokens would be a fine pick-me-up, nothing that I'd be stressing over, but the straps even alone, right? Like, I'm not worried about a 150 for 20, that's whatever, but a 150 for 7, sure. Some affiliation straps, maybe get an IOW or a ×4 for somebody, sure. But yeah, I mean, look, I thought it was a great prize wall. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, make sure to like the video. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button to stay in tune with all the additional content that I will continue to post out there. Share with all your friends that want to know what they should do for the Ring of the Brave feud prize wall. And leave some comments below. What did you think of the prize wall? What did you think of the eval? What did you walk away with this weekend? Did you get the moment like yours truly? Did you go with something else and possibly recruit a new character? I'm very interested in hearing what everybody's outlook on this prize wall was. But that's going to be it for me on this one. So until next time, y'all, have a good one.